If you do not want to watch this video, read the description of a list of topics that we've discussed today. Hey everybody, Zarkazm here, and welcome back to an episode of Zark Speaks. In this show, I spend the next 15 or 20 minutes or so of your life explaining why I haven't put out any videos lately. Go away. Explaining why I haven't put out any videos lately, and explaining how I'm going to attempt to remedy that situation. For the sake of recording, I am playing Star Trek Online in the background. And I will explain why in a bit, and when we get there. Because I'm actually going to look at something. So, in the last Zark Speaks, obviously I had a bit of a hard drive crash and had to wait for the hard drive to for a new hard drive to come in and get everything reinstalled, and that took some time. But I did eventually get everything reinstalled and tried to get started on recording some new things. But let me tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Oh man, shortly after I, finally got everything together, everything reinstalled, work started to pick up. Then my microphone on my headset decided to crash. So I do have a new microphone now. I actually have a professional, this is different. I have a professional, grade, if you will, USB microphone, Samson CO1U that Jesse Cox recommended in one of his videos. So I thought I would give it a try. And actually, this is the first video I've recorded with it, so it'll be an interesting test. And then, of course, after that, after I got the microphone, got it all set up, was ready to record, I got sick with a sinus infection. I was sick for a while. So, still didn't get anything done. Doing better now. Work is quieting down. And decided, you know what, I want to start recording some things again. And some exciting news has come up that has made me really want to start recording more. So, first of all, addressing Minecraft Feed the Beast. Not dead. Will be continuing. It is going to be in a bit of a transition as I get the Feed the Beast world upgraded from 1.47 to 1.5 and then to 1.6, and I'm not is that not, oh, hit the wrong button. I'm not going to be going to 1.7 yet because I've got my private server up to 1.7. Oops. Let's crash into the station, shall we? I've got my private server up to 1.7, and let me tell you, 1.7 is so broken. I mean, I would rather deal with ID conflicts on 1.6 than deal with the crap that is 1.7. I'm sorry. And the sad thing is the Forge team isn't even really supporting it anymore since they've gone to 1.8. Sorry about that. So yeah, now, while I was sick, or not sick, but while my hard drive was out way a long time ago, I did actually play a lot on my private 1.6.4 server shortly before we upgraded it to 1.7, and shortly before we removed GregTech, because we no longer use GregTech. I'll talk more about that in a minute. So I should be doing a world tour of that soon. This is why I wanted to come here. And I'm sure, I would hope all of you know that Leonard Nimoy has passed. Leonard Nimoy, most famous for playing Spock in the Star Trek franchise. And to commemorate his passing, the Star Trek Online developers added this memorial in the game on Vulcan and New Romulus. Live long and prosper. Oh, you can't. How come he's in the water? How do you get in the water? I want to get in the water. So yeah, that's why I was in Star Trek Online. I wanted to come see this. I hadn't seen this yet. Those of you that aren't familiar with Star Trek Online, it actually, the story of the game takes place past the Next Generation films, so like First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. It takes place after that, so like Picard is an ambassador or something. Data is the captain of the Enterprise, and it's like a new Enterprise F or something, or Enterprise G. No, I think it's F. And actually, the J.J. Abrams, parallel universe, alternate timeline thing, is included in here in the sense of the story of the first film, the Hobus star in the Romulus sector exploding and destroying Romulus and Remus, and in the lore of this game, all that happened, and Spock and Nero are like missing, presumed dead. So this actually fits into the lore of the game as well, because obviously Spock went back in time and was involved in that thing. But in this part of the canon, they don't know that, because this is the original unaltered timeline that is carried on through Star Trek Online. So anyway, that's why I wanted to come in here and show this. So let's continue talking about Minecraft as I play around in Star Trek Online. So Feed the Beast. So I'll be doing a world tour of my 164 world, because we got to a point where we removed GregTech, and then shortly after there we upgraded to 1.7. Reasons we removed GregTech is because pretty much out of our private server, there's about 8 of us that play, and only about 2 of us, including myself, actually enjoyed GregTech. So I kind of made the executive decision to remove it, which I found out later was a good thing, because in 1.7 it is apparently pretty crazy. In 1.7 it's less of an industrial craft add-on, more of a total conversion mod. So I'm kind of glad I've gotten away from it. I mean, I do like it, but don't, so yeah, but so sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So as a result of that, with the YouTube world, I want to get the world at least up to 164 to the same mod pack that we were using at the time. So that means getting rid of GregTech in a transitional phase. I don't remember Earth being in this system. Where am I? Why am I in Wolf 359? I've actually never been here. This is cool. Okay. Olympus. Wow. Sorry, I've never been to this. I've never been to this system, so it's kind of interesting. There's like a little memorial and all the ships floating around. That's, holy crap. That's actually kind of weird. It's spooky. Alternatively, there's a similar thing. If you go to the Romulan sector, there's a little like Romulan kind of memorial. Huh, this is cool. Anyway, sorry. So, as I said, going to be working on getting GregTech out of the YouTube world as I upgrade it up to 1.5.1.6. But I'm going to start a new Minecraft series on a 1.6.4 mod pack that I found that is actually dedicated to GregTech. And I'll put a link in the description, because there's a forum post on the Feed the Beast forums, and it's one of the private mod packs you have to put a code in for. So, what? No, this is not where I wanted to be. Reverse. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description for that, so you can follow along when that series does start, because it is basically like a Learn GregTech mod. It has the hardcore questing, quest book thing. like Agrarian Skies or Crash Landing or anything like that. It's got the little quest book that you can follow. Can I go to Earth, please? They've made it so hard to get back to Earth now. What? Where's Earth? Hello? I suppose I could just transwarp. I'm level 50 now, I can do that. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm also going to obviously continue the FTB series as it transitions and we get rid of GregTech and we get that up to 1.6, because that's got a lot more content than the GregTech pack. The GregTech thing is just going to be just a replacement for GregTech. Or a replacement for removing GregTech, because GregTech is just so big, I can't really... This is annoying. I can't really just really show that much of it in the series. It really needs a dedicated thing. So this will be cool. So Feed the Beast continuing, starting a new GregTech series that should be starting soon, hopefully. And now that we're done kind of messing around with Star Trek Online, let us switch gears over to Hearthstone. Alright, we're in Hearthstone and quests that I'm not going to be doing. So, Hearthstone, few things. First of all, for the Goblins versus Gnomes series that I kind of started, I do have a couple more videos of that I need to record. I thought about not doing it, but there are a couple of things that I'd like to show. The problem with Hearthstone that I've realized is that things that I want to show and points that I want to make, it ends up taking such a long time. I mean, 45 minutes usually on average for a video. I don't remember the Hearthstone music being this loud. Turn that down a bit. Oh yeah, you'll notice... as for Naxxramas, I have finally finished it on heroic mode. And let me tell you, it was very difficult, and I actually ended up having to use a lot of the Goblin versus Gnome cards to do it. Yeah, no, not doing it. Go away. Shoo. And very handsome. See, I did finish Naxxramas on heroic. So with that, because of its unpredictability, I mean, it was starting to take hours. It took me days on some of these bosses, trying to come up with the deck strategy to defeat them. I'm abandoning the Naxxramas videos. Of course, the last Naxxramas video I put up anyway, nobody watched. It still has 0 views. So, which is fine. That's fine. That tells me to not make videos on that. So, abandoning Curse of Naxxramas, I have finished it. I've, got the card back I wanted. Yay. So there's that. I do have a couple of more Goblin versus Gnome videos to do. And additionally, they announced a new adventure pack. I'll put a link in the description for this as well. A new Blackrock Mountain adventure pack. And it's... I wonder if it's... No, not Quest. I wonder if it's in the shop. No, it's just going to show me the Naxxramas one. But yeah, there's a new pack. It costs the same. It's 5 wings again. It's basically the same thing as Naxxramas, but it's, instead of being like undead and death rattle themed, it's dragon themed. And there's actually a picture of one of the cards in the link in the description. And it's a weird thing. It's like battle cry. If you're holding a dragon, kill an enemy legendary. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm curious if it's more. I mean, they're introducing like a dragon mechanic, like a dragon type of card, but I'm curious if it's more battle cry based instead of Naxxramas. Naxxramas how it was death rattle oriented. Like pretty much every Naxxramas card had a death rattle or was surrounded by death rattles. So I'm wondering if this one's going to be more battle cry based, which is fine because I mean there's a Naxxramas counter to that. In the neutrals here, yeah, the Weblord here, minions with Battlecry cost 2 more. The only thing, one thing that irks me about this card, and has kind of annoyed me ever since it came out, is the stupid, the Druid cards, right? The Druid cards, like these, that say choose, like the Grove Tender, which is a GvG card, Keeper of the Grove, Druid of the Claw, Ancient of Lore, all this crap, they don't count as battle cries. Which to me, this is a battle cry. You know, I have played it. The battle cry is choose one of these effects, but it doesn't get affected by that spider. And personally, I think that's a bug. I think these should be battle cries, but it's not like there's a huge meta surrounded by exploiting that. So, whatever, that's fine. What else has happened in Hearthstone recently? I know you see a couple of my decks there. Trying out a couple things. Did get rid of my original pre-GvG decks, finally. That's okay. I have made some progress towards Legendary. A couple seasons ago, I actually got up to rank 8 and was like a star away from rank 7. So I am starting to kind of work my way up there. Hopefully one day I'll finally hit Legend. I have also, I'll put a link in the description for this as well. It's actually it was on the Hearthstone Facebook page. Is that there is a tournament, an esports Hearthstone tournament that I think NVidia is hosting, because it's through the GeForce esports website, and it has a pro division and an amateur division, and amateurs can sign up. You just got to register, and you have until the middle of March to register. So I registered for it, even though I'm not that good. So, but we'll see how far I get. And really, as I've said before, and many others have said before, Hearthstone, it's all the same crap. I mean, it really is. Handlock, Zoolock, Death Rattle Hunter, which even with the Undertaker nerf, it's still decently viable. There's all these mech mages out now. There's still ramp druids. There's also the mill druids, which are like the overdraw and fatigue druids. You've got muster, this new card, which I like this new card, but where is it? Number 3, please. Yeah, the muster for battle cards and the quartermaster combo. You got a lot of decks surrounded by that, and then of course the new Murloc cards that were added for Shaman, and then the whole mech meta just all over the place. But I mean, I watched BlizzCon. I watched the finals. The final tournament, and it was all the same. It was everybody had a Zoolock or a Handlock. They had a Warlock, a Hunter, or a Druid. There was 2 or 3 people that had something different. So every one of them had a Ramp Druid. Every one of them had a Death Rattle Hunter. And then they all either had a Zoolock or a Handlock. And then every once in a while there was a Paladin with something weird. And then there was, the Miracle Rogue before the Leroy nerf. Well, I think it was before. It may have been after. But there's, Miracle Rogue. There was a couple of those. And there was one Mage. But, I mean, for the most part, it was all Hunters, Druids, Warlocks. So I predict that this tournament will probably be the same thing. The rules are a bit backwards compared to other Hearthstone tournaments I've watched. Normally, you've got 3 decks. You play with the same deck as you win, and the person who loses that deck is eliminated and they have to use their next one. But this tournament is the other way around. So you have to win with all 3 decks. And if you lose, you keep playing with that deck until you win. And if you win, you play with your next decks. It's a little backwards. I'm not... although I could kind of see how that's good, because I know in the BlizzCon tournament, people were just... even in the finals, the Firebat, the guy who won, used the same deck. I mean, through the whole game. I don't think he ever lost. He just steamrolled. So that's cool. I've got some more. So just to recap, I've got some more Goblin vs. Gnome videos coming out with some interesting topics, interesting things to discuss. We've got Blackrock coming out soon. I'm gonna hopefully stay on top of that. I know I tried to do that with Naxxramas, and then just all sorts of things happened. Well, my hard drive crashed actually during Naxxramas, so that kind of screwed it up. Okay, so enough about Hearthstone. Quick little cut there. Let's talk about. Let's wrap up the video talking about just a recap, and just everything going to the future. Yes, this is World of Warcraft. Don't ask. I'll talk a little bit about this. So basically, I'll turn around, take a look at my. Oops, take a look at my little torrent. So basically, the Minecraft series, Feed the Beast, is going to continue. It's about to go through a transitional period as we upgrade from 147 to 152, and then ultimately 164, where GregTech will be removed. I'm going to be starting a new Minecraft series that's focused on a GregTech, don't know what's going on a GregTech mod pack in 164, link in the description for that if you want to follow along. Hearthstone Abandoning Curse of Naxxramas will be continuing Goblin vs. Gnome content, and then of course the new Blackrock adventure pack. Hopefully I can crank that out as it comes. I want to try to be diligent on that and just try to get that out, like I did with Naxxramas before my hard drive crashed. Other things I have been playing, Heroes of the Storm. I did get a beta code for that. I ended up buying the Founders Pack anyway, just so I could get some of the stuff. I've probably spent like over $100 on that game, like a lot. Because skins and heroes are actually kind of pricey. But every once in a while you'll find one on a sale, so it'll be like 50% off, and then I'll grab it real quick. So it's not too bad. It ends up only being like $3 or $4 for a hero, as opposed to 10. Yeah. So it's pretty much Blizzard's cash cow, but it is fun if you like MOBAs such as League of Legends, Dota. Who the heck is? What is your problem, Shaman Trainer? I'm running away. Just come over here. All sorts of stuff going on. So yeah. So I've been playing Heroes of the Storm. Again, it's a MOBA. Well, it's a brawler. So if you're a serious MOBA player, like you play League of Legends or Dota on a regular basis, you will not like Heroes. It is for noobs, like Dota and League of Legends people like to say, because it's basically a simplified version of Dota / League of Legends. And I may do a video on it, actually, just kind of explaining the differences. Yeah. These guys are meditating or something. Can I do that? / meditate. That is not a thing. / sit. I shall sit. I shall sit and enjoy these guys. Yeah, I have been playing WoW a little bit. I'll talk a little bit about that. I actually never really played WoW. Last time I played WoW was around the Burning Crusade days. I had like a level 20 rep pally, and then I stopped. I feel like I've kind of missed out on, WoW's like a 10-year-old thing now. So I have bought all the expansions. Started a character, I've been messing around with a Tourny pally. He's a pally, right? I think I'm a paladin. I don't even remember now. Yes. Wow. Yeah, I only played for like a night so far. So it's been interesting. So I've actually thought about doing a little WoW series, but I don't know how well that would go. If you're interested in seeing me play World of Warcraft, or give it a shot, let me know. I have been also playing Diablo 3 Season 2. I didn't participate in Season 1 because I really didn't feel like it, but Season 2 has been fun. I've got me and a couple guys, we play pretty much nightly nowadays. I've tried to stream it on Twitch, because I do have a Twitch, and I'll put a link in the description. It's just twitch.tv/ my YouTube channel, Kzar831. I need to stream more often. It's really something I should do. I try to stream every once in a while. My computer's a couple years old now, so some games it really doesn't handle the open broadcaster software, and I don't feel like paying for XSplit again because I had it for a year and it's not really worth the $100 they want when Open Broadcaster's free. What else have I been playing? Oh, I have been playing another game, which I will not mention because I do plan on starting a series with it. I will give you a hint. It is similar to Minecraft, and no, it is not Terraria, but you are close. That is all I will tell you. If you've even watched the video this far. So, those of you that have, thank you, I appreciate it. Also, I completely missed that I hit 500 subs a while back, and I actually really didn't talk about it because I figured I would just drop back below 500 because I haven't been making videos. But it's staying pretty stable. Also, mod spotlights. The last thing I did was a mod spotlight, or a re-mod spotlight on the Retro Sounds pack. Used to be a mod, now is a resource pack. I want to try to do some more mod spotlights because those are fun. So if there's a mod that you find interesting that you want me to take a look at, let me know, and I will take a look at it. So yeah, sorry for wasting a half an hour of your time. Actually, you know what? Disclaimer. I'll put a disclaimer at the front. I will put this at the front of the video that says, I'll zoom in, says, if you do not want to watch this video, read the description of a list of topics that we've discussed today. Click here. I don't know why. So anyway, I've been Zarkazm. See you guys next time.